Hi. So it's Earth Hour Day, Saturday, March 23rd, 2024. Usually it's held the last Saturday in March, except when Easter falls on the last weekend, like it does this year, so then they have it the second last Saturday in March. So Earth Hour was created by the World Wildlife Fund. They wanted to make acting on climate mainstream and global. They wanted to inspire people to take a small action to make a difference. So the first Earth Hour took place in Sydney, Australia in March 2007. And over 2 million people participated and turned off their lights for an hour to prove that they cared about climate change and saving the planet. In 2008, Earth Hour had international support. 400 cities in 35 countries took part, and 36 million Americans turned off their lights for Earth Hour. Even some major landmarks turned off the lights, and websites like Google, they participated. Google made their homepage dark for the day. Canadians were involved as well. Ontario saved 900 megawatt hours of electricity during Earth Hour, and Toronto reduced their electricity consumption by almost 9%. Unfortunately, not all Canadians were on board for the event. For instance, Calgary, Alberta, their electricity consumption actually increased. Alberta is Canada's largest oil and gas producer, representing 80% of Canada's oil production. So it's not too surprising that, a province whose economy depends on fossil fuels, they're not going to be too keen on an event that is trying to save the earth and the climate from fossil fuels. So unfortunately, Calgary, Alberta, every year, either their consumption stays the same or even increases, almost like they're making a statement like, oh, we don't care about your little trying to save the world thing. Because this is the problem. If people don't acknowledge the problem, then they're part of it. And I think because they depend on fossil fuels for their economy, so if they acknowledge that human action and fossil fuels are causing global warming and climate change, then they would have to accept their role in contributing to the problem. So instead they just deny and ignore it. A lot of people say that climate change is a hoax, and they just don't want to acknowledge it because they don't want to change. They don't want to do anything differently. So interest in the event was growing. In 2009, the Earth Hour slogan was Vote Earth, because people are essentially voting to save the planet. And as I said in my climate change video, people might feel like as an individual you can't really do anything, but you can. I mean, each one of us can vote. We can vote for a leader that represents us if we can find one. We can vote with our purchases, with our actions, with our lifestyle choices. So one person might feel like you can't do anything, but together there are billions of us, and together our collective action can make a difference. So in 2009, 4,000 cities in 88 countries took part. The United Nations in New York City was involved for the first time. Some major landmarks went dark, like the Golden Gate Bridge, the Colosseum, and the pyramids in Egypt. In Ontario, there was a 6% reduction in electricity, and in Toronto, there was a 15% reduction because corporations got involved as well, and even the CN Tower went dark. In 2010, 90 million Americans participated and turned out their lights, and major landmarks like Mount Rushmore, the Empire State Building, turned out the lights, and Las Vegas Strip, which has a lot of lights, frankly. Another good thing about Earth Hour is that it raises awareness about saving energy and trying to save the planet. Some cities took the opportunity to set longer term goals, Like in Chicago, the Building Owners and Managers Association set a goal to reduce light pollution and to reduce the carbon footprint of buildings downtown. So in 2010, over 4,000 cities participated, and major landmarks like Big Ben, Eiffel Tower, Sydney Opera House, and the Parthenon all went dark for the event. So 2011 was Earth Hour's biggest campaign yet, and they started with a slogan, Beyond the Hour, and they had the symbol which became their logo, 60 plus. So meaning that, you know, yeah, it's nice, you turn out your lights for 1 hour, but you can go beyond that. There's more that you can do, and it would inspire people to take further action to save the planet. So in 2011, 5,000 cities in 135 countries on 7 continents were all involved, 2 billion people altogether. In 2013, Africa started the Earth Hour Forest, and they plan to reforest 2,700 hectares of land with 250,000 trees. So it's an ongoing project, but it started in 2013, and again, inspired by the Earth Hour. In 2014, inspired by Earth Hour, the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador started to ban plastics and all disposable packaging. In 2016, Spain's Earth Hour inspired 50,000 citizens to demand that their government phase out fossil fuels and switch to renewables to keep their promise under the Paris Agreement. In 2020, Earth Hour went digital because of the pandemic, and they broke new records by going online. 190 countries participated, and public figures like Pope Francis, Justin Trudeau, Greta Thunberg, and Cat Stevens were involved. In 2023, Earth Hour was called the biggest hour for Earth, and they were asking people to pledge activities other than just the 1 hour of having the lights out, other things that they would do for the Earth. And they were hoping to get 60,000 hours worth of pledges. Well, they more than did that. They got 410,000 pledged hours for Earth. So Earth Hour, it does save energy, and it is impressive when you see the results that they are able to cut energy consumption. It proves that it can be done. But I mean, the main idea of the event, it's supposed to inspire people to raise awareness and to prove that yes, you can make a difference. Yes, you're just one person and one household, but each person, each household and community and city and country that gets involved, together our collective power is great, and the more people that care, the better. I know a lot of years we weren't home for Earth Hour Day because in the before we were out here and there were family events, what have you, so we weren't always home. So technically our lights were all off, but when we were home we were always involved. I know Michelle always had fun during Earth Hour. We would read stories, we would play games, play cards. This year we're going to be playing Scrabble, but I don't know about other people. Like, I don't know if they're just turning their lights out. For us, we have everything off, no electricity for that hour, so we just have candles, and it's fun. It's cozy, and Michelle always enjoys it. She finds it fun. In fact, she wants to maybe have an Earth Hour once a week. You know, and this is the thing, like, you don't have to just limit it to that. Yes, it's a nice gesture, and it does feel good to be part of something bigger than yourself, and to know that people all around the world from diverse cultures and countries, and we're all coming together to do this, to try to make a difference. That's really nice. But also, yeah, you can do more. Like, you can use less electricity, and it saves you money as well. So I did a couple of videos recently on the climate emergency and on PFAS. And I'm much more conscious of the things that I buy. I'm trying to buy less. I'm trying to buy better, more eco-conscious, and with less chemicals, more organic things, because I don't want anything with chemicals in it. It's not healthy for me, and it's not good for the environment. So some of the things that I've been getting actually these Attitude cleaners for a while. It says Attitude Nature and Technology, and they're product certified for reduced environmental impact. It's got eco logo. So it's cruelty-free and vegan. And I got the dish soap, so it's also cruelty-free and vegan and certified for reduced environmental impact. Even things like paper towels that I get, they say carbon neutral. Toilet paper, carbon neutral. Now for water, we haven't been drinking bottled water for years now. We use Brita. I just changed the filter again. I just noticed it says on the box, replace up to 1,800 bottles each year. So using Brita instead saves all those bottles. Plus, there are chemicals in the bottles which are not good for you. So better for your health and for the environment to just eliminate plastic. I'm trying to eliminate plastic from everything. So even toothbrushes, I got these bamboo and charcoal ones. Bamboo handles, and it's a recyclable box and BPA free, made in a certified zero waste facility, 100% recycled, responsibly made. So yeah, I'm just trying to get products that are more eco-friendly. This is Attitude Lip Balm Coconut, plastic free. So, you know, when you get things, usually there's plastic packaging that you have to throw away. Well, if you have everything cardboard, it can be recycled. It's much better for the environment. This is EWG verified. It means that this product avoids EWG's ingredients of concern and is committed to full transparency and operates under good manufacturing practices. Because yeah, now that I know about PFAS, I don't want that in anything. So another thing, I was using waterproof mascara, which has PFAS in it apparently. So now I found this Annabelle Skinny Mascara. And again, it's in a cardboard box that can be recycled. It's cruelty free. So yeah, no more waterproof mascara for me. And I'm trying to get things that are healthier and better for the environment. So yeah. So there are all these changes that we can make in our lives and in our behaviors, because if you're aware that it's human action that caused global warming and the climate crisis, so through human action we can solve it. And I mean, you want to be part of the solution, not the problem. And yes, governments and organizations bear a huge responsibility that they have to enact policies and make changes to phase out fossil fuels and reduce energy consumption. But also we can do our part as well, just with the choices that you make. Because if you're buying products, only eco-friendly products, then that's what will be produced. And the ones that are not friendly to the environment, the toxic chemicals and the plastics that are polluting the oceans and our health, those won't be made anymore. So we need to phase out those, and we need to focus on renewables. Things like Earth Hour remind people that you can make a difference. Just these small gestures, small sacrifices for the greater good. It does make a difference, and it feels good to be part of something that's global, that's all around the world. So hopefully this will be the biggest year ever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe.